All right, guys, let's jump into equity. Now, there's a big misperception of equity. People think that equity is wealth, equity they can rely on, and it's not. Okay. Equity is not wealth. Don't put all your eggs in one basket when it comes to equity. Your home equity is the difference between the appraised value, not said value, appraised value of your home and your current mortgage balance. Okay. A second mortgage works the same way as the first, allowing a borrower to take up a lump sum of money and then make monthly payments to pay it back. Okay. When they refinance, they cash out the equity or take out more than they still owe on the loan. Now, here's the example. You can read that, but I want you to understand if anything happens to your home while you're living in it and you're under a mortgage, you don't have any more equity. Best thing to do is take out a home equity line of credit, and we can talk about that later. But equity is not wealth. Understand that. Equity is not wealth. It's the illusion of wealth because people say, "Hey, I got oh so much equity in this home. Let me go buy a car. Let me do a cash out refinance." It's not the way. Equity is not wealth. You're going to pay that back. And if anything happens to that home, your equity is shot. Fire, flood, tornado, equity is not wealth. So I don't want you to fall under that misperception. If you purchase a house for 200,000 and made a 20% down payment, now when you see 20% down payment, you know that it's a conventional, okay? And we get into that later. You will then get a loan or a mortgage to cover the remaining 160,000. Therefore, your home equity interests is locked at 20% of the home's value. Okay. Now, although you're considered to own that property, own that home, you only own 40,000 of its worth. The house itself is being used as collateral. Okay. This is an important slide that I want you to understand and ask any of your loan officer friends. If you're thinking about getting a mortgage, pick up the phone and it doesn't cost to ask questions. Okay. Equity is not wealth. And if you feel that you want to ask us a question, here's our email cmdsolutionsgroup@gmail.com. We'll be available to answer any of your questions. You can actually book us for some consultation. All right. But just keep in mind if anything happens to your home, you have no more equity. Therefore, it is not wealth. If you own the home outright and you do not have a mortgage, now we're talking. Okay. Now there's some type of wealth built up in that home where you can either sell it, flip it, refinance it. But just remember, if you refinance it, now you're under the helm of a mortgage, and now you own the bank, and now again your home is put up for collateral. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Equity is not wealth; it's the illusion of wealth.